Good evening and welcome from the great indoors tonight. Coming to you from the campus of the University of Northern Iowa, week 5 of the high school football season. Hello everyone, I'm Roland Glenby tonight. Your Muscatine Muskies taking the long road trip up to Cedar Falls to take on the Cedar Falls Tigers. Glad you could join us this evening on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. Already week 5. We are midway through the season. The Muskies come in with a 1-3 record tonight. Cedar Falls 2-2 after dropping their last 2 games. Not often you see a Cedar Falls team on a 2-game losing streak, but that's what we have tonight as they have fallen to Cedar Rapids Prairie and Ankeny Centennial the last 2 weeks. Muscatine, that was a tough one last week, but it was at the number 1 team in the state, losing to Pleasant Valley by a final of 49-9. They also lost their star running back halftime of last week, Ty Kozad. He is back in uniform tonight and ready to go. We're also keeping our eye on the quarterback situation. Landon Batty was warming up before the game. He is in uniform. Did not play last week and missed a couple of games after having a concussion and being in protocol after week number 1. So we have our eyes on number 12 and number 24, and we'll get a quick answer on both here as Muscatine lost the coin flip, but Cedar Falls deferred to the second half, and the Tigers will kick off tonight. Tigers wearing the all-red uniforms. Muscatine in their road white jerseys, purple pants. Muskies will be going left to right on your screen to start this game. This is the 4th time these two teams have met up. Not familiar foes. They did play last year down in Muscatine. The Tigers winning that one 42-7. They have a 3-0 record in recent meetings dating back to 2000 between the two teams. And we are ready for football. There you are. The kickoff tonight is high and near the end zone, and it will go into the purple zone that is decorated with the purple and gold. That's a nice sight here. We're the road team, but the colors make you feel at home anyway. The UNI Panthers, of course, played their games here. Panthers on the road this week. They'll be down in Macomb to take on Western Illinois. And one of our own Muskies will be there to watch that a little bit on that here in a moment. But we are ready for first down and 10 from the 20-yard line. The Muskies a little late to break the huddle here, as it is Batty in at quarterback. He has one receiver set off to the left, and we are ready for some football. Man goes in motion, and back to throw on first down. Batty looking deep, has a man there, goes up high to get it, and a completion, and there you go. First down, Muskies. Just like that, Batty finds Braden Lane. 18 yards on the reception, 1st and 10. And that officially Batty's first completed pass of the season here in week number 5. Well, Cedar Falls not game planning for too much in the passing game, and now we have some movement up front, and that play is stopped before Ty Kozad could make his first carry of the night. So they'll push it back 5 yards on the illegal procedure on the Muskies, and will bring up a 1st and 15. Well, Ty Kozad is having a record-type season. Of course, he set the single-game all-time rushing record for the Muskies a couple of weeks ago against the Bettendorf Bulldogs. Comes in tonight. If he can have a good night tonight, a chance to already eclipse the 1,000-yard mark on the season, as he has 793 rushes coming into play tonight. Receiver off to the left, and now everybody's moving around, and that's going to draw Cedar Falls off sides. And that's just why they do it right there. You get some movement. Defenses aren't used to seeing it. Muscatine and Cedar Rapids Prairie, the only two teams I've really seen do that, and boy, it confuses defenses, no doubt. So you get the 5 yards right back as the teams trade first down penalties, and first down and 10 now, the situation at the 38-yard line for the Muskies. They'll send Paul Henry, Abrams, out split to the left, and there's a give up the middle, and rough going on the first carry for Ty Kozad. He gets up to the 40-yard line, 2 yards for Kozad. So Diamond Kyrie will come out of the game as per usual. Coach Hawkins running his plays in through his receivers. Daniel Adams back into the game. Adams split off to the left. 2nd down and 8. Here's the give to Kozad. Kozad bounces off to the right, has some room, cuts the corner, out to the 50. He's got a first down. So 12 yards on the carry for Kozad. And the Muskies are moving the ball here on their first possession of the night into Cedar Falls territory. Just 2 minutes into this ball game. Glad you could watch us here this evening on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. Receiver split off to the left. Now everybody moves around. This time Cedar Falls a little more disciplined on the defensive side. And here is the give up the middle. Kozad. Kozad picks up maybe a yard, maybe a yard and a half. Tough running right up the middle there. And that will bring up a 2nd down. We'll call it 8. Busy night of high school football. It's a cold, dismal day outside, but 72 degrees and no wind where we're sitting. Here's back to throw. Batty looking, rolling to the right, throws it out of the flat, almost intercepted and then almost caught. Well, that ball just kind of thrown up for grabs. The Cedar Falls defender had the first crack at it. That went through his hands, and then the Muskie receiver almost caught it, but the ball falls harmlessly to the ground. As Drew Lagner, the defensive player, almost picking that one off. So now a 3rd down and 8 upcoming here for your Muskies. Tight formation, they give it to the wing. In motion, trying to cut the corner. Got the 40, he's got the first down, and he's out of bounds. Nice play right there. Braden Lane will pick up the first down for your Muskies all the way down to the 37-yard line. So the Muskies finding some success running to the outside thus far tonight. Lane now leaves the game. Slow to get the play in. Clock already down to 10 seconds on the play clock. Muskies are going to have to hurry here to the line. Clock now down to 5. Batty needs to get this off quick. Down to 2, down to 1. He does beat the clock, but a whistle and a timeout. Coach Hawkins didn't like how that was shaping up. Takes the timeout, and we will take it alongside. Just underway here, no score on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
Rehab Physical Therapy. Feel better, move forward.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters, especially in the strength and durability of our mowers. So you know your Hustler will stand the test of time. We think the difference is obvious. With our welded fabricated steel deck, high-strength 11-gauge one-piece frame, and the precision control of our smooth track steering, anyone can mow like a pro.
Back here in Cedar Falls, just underway tonight, first drive of the game. Muskies had some confusion getting that play in, and Coach Hawkins just calling timeout. Try to get everybody on the same page. This is a 1st and 10 situation. Diamond Kyrie set off, split to the near side. Man goes in motion, and here is the pitch to the motion man, and yet another whistle. The men in stripes didn't like something, and this is likely going to be on Muscatine. So they'll push that back 5 yards. That sets up a 1st and 15 He had a man in motion, and another player moved a bit. That's going to draw the flag. Well, coming out of the gate here, Muscatine has shown they are willing to pass the ball tonight already. 2 attempts, 1 completed, and that just opens everything up for this offense when the defense has to respect the pass. Adams split off near side. The give is to Kozad. Kozad runs right through a defender and picks up 3 yards on that first down carry. Second down and 12 upcoming for your Muskies. And this team just has a different feel about them. Ever since that Bettendorf game, a little more confidence. Even with last week, you play the number 1 team in the state on their turf. You lost 49-9, but they've been doing that to everyone this year. Back to throw. Batty has his man out in the flat. Has some room down the sidelines, and close to a first down is Lane. It will bring up a third down and very manageable situation here for the Muskies. That's right what Coach Hawkins wanted, 3rd down and 2. And keep your eye on number 24 right now. The ball at the 29-yard line. That would be about a 46-yard field goal. Jackson Althmer made a 50-yard field goal in pregame. It's a different situation indoors, a lot easier to make them off the turf. Here's the give to Kozad. Kozad gets back to the line of scrimmage, and now it's decision time for Coach Hawkins. 4th down and 2, likely going to go for it here. If it was 4th and a little longer, you might see the field goal, but just being 4th and 2, they're going to keep the offense on the field. And our first really big play of the ball game comes at the 7:30 mark. 4th down, 2 upcoming for the Muskies, trying to keep this nice drive going. They'll send Adams off to the top of your screen. Back to throw. Man in the flat. Lane is going to go down right there. And that's a turnover on downs. Lane tried to make a cut. Went nowhere, and he's slow to get up. May have twisted an ankle on the play. It will be Cedar Falls ball at the 32. As we check on the injury, we'll take a timeout. Be right back here on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters, especially in the strength and durability of our mowers. So you know your Hustler will stand the test of time. We think the difference is obvious. With our welded fabricated steel deck, high-strength 11-gauge one-piece frame, and the precision control of our smooth track steering, anyone can mow like a pro.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
We just don't work out in a single plane of motion.
You know Rivo as expert plumbers, but did you know Rivo can also be your...
Back here in Cedar Falls, first play from a scrimmage for the Tigers, and it is a big one all the way into Muskie territory, down to the 45-yard line. Tigers have a pretty good running back of their own in Drake Gelhaus, 413 yards on the season, 4 touchdowns. Gelhaus, number 29. They fake it to him and looking to throw out into the flat. The reception made. It's a first down. Down the sidelines, it's Logan Rowe. And the chains are moved. 2 plays, 2 first downs for the Tigers. Well, the Muskie offense did a good job moving the ball. The defense now needs to do their part and stop this Tigers team that's just moving the ball at will through the first 2 plays. Receivers split in each direction. Under center. Taking the time, and here's the give. Right up the middle. Not a whole lot of room there for Drake Gelhaus. Quarterbacking your Cedar Falls Tigers team, Tate Hermanson. 26 of 50 on the season, 295 yards and a touchdown coming into play tonight. Very balanced Cedar Falls offense. They face a 2nd down and 7 from the 25-yard line. Midway through this first quarter of play. Hermanson out of the gun. Man comes in motion. The give is to the motion man. He's got some room. He's got a first down. He's got more. Down to the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Cedar Falls. Derek Woods gets the Tigers on the board first tonight. Well, as impressive as the Muskie offense looked, the defense looks to be sleepwalking a little bit coming out of the gate tonight. As they give up a very quick drive to the Tigers. The extra point is up and good. And with 5:58 to go in quarter number 1, it's Cedar Falls on top, 7-0.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters, especially in the strength and durability of our mowers. So you know your Hustler will stand the test of time. We think the difference is obvious. With our welded fabricated steel deck, high-strength 11-gauge one-piece frame, and the precision control of our smooth track steering, anyone can mow like a pro.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
We just don't work out in a single plane of motion.
Back here in Cedar Falls, the Tigers striking first tonight. You're tuning in, the game at the Unidome. This is the pinnacle of high school football. The state semifinals and championship games played here every year since the building opened in 1976. Here's the kickoff. It's deep into the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Jake Holstein, 2 for 2 on touchbacks for Cedar Falls on the night. He's now 13 of 20 on the season. Helps to kick indoors. This stadium holds about just over 16,000 fans for football games. Won't have that tonight. You and I won't have that most nights. The all-time record, though, is not a sporting event at all. Here's first down. Man goes in motion. The give to, I believe, Kozad up the middle, and he gets maybe a half yard on the play. Largest attendance ever at the Unidome was back in 1979 for a Fleetwood Mac concert. 22,500 people piled on here to watch Fleetwood Mac. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Batty under center. 2nd down and long. Batty. Little option play. Pitch is late, and that is not a good decision. Landon Batty just hung his back out to dry there, and that's a big loss on 2nd down. Brookhart got the pitch. He was catching the ball about the same time the defender was catching him. And now a 3rd down and 14 upcoming for your Muskies. Adams in the game. He'll split off to the top. Under center, Batty. Batty gives off Kozad. Kozad, not a whole lot of room there. Defense waiting for him. Picks up 2 yards, and out comes the punting unit from Muscatine. This venue's actually seen a lot of concerts over the years. Pink Floyd played here. The Rolling Stones played here. For the younger generation, Florida Georgia Line and Nelly played here. Low snap. The punt is up. It's a high punt, sending back the returner to the 40. He has the wall set up to the right. He's got some room. To the 35, to the 30. He could take it all the way and is brought down inside the 15-yard line. Nice return by Ben Russell and the Tigers. They set up that wall, and that's just how coaches would draw it up right there. Nice return, and the Tigers are in business again, already inside the red zone as they look to add to this 7-0 lead. Not the start you wanted for Muscatine. The Cedar Falls team is kind of doubting themselves after losing their last 2 games. The Muskies had that good drive going. If they just could have converted that to points. But now you just need someone to make a play on the defensive end. No one did that the first possession. Cedar Falls trying to add to it. Here's a snap to give right away. Gelhaus, and he's met in the backfield. That much better on the defensive end for the Muskies. A couple defenders back there to stop that before it could get started. And a 2nd down and 11 upcoming for Cedar Falls. Credit Cameron Evans for the tackle for loss there. Receiver set each way. And falling down and just scooping it over his head to Gelhaus. And somehow the Tigers avoid what could have been disastrous and pick up about 3 yards on the play. Tate Hermanson tripped over his own feet as he was falling down, somehow got that ball to Gelhaus. And that will bring up a 3rd down, and I'll call it 6 for the Tigers. Holstein, their kicker, 1 of 2 on the season on field goals if they don't convert here. Out of the gun, man goes in motion. That's the tight end, left to right. Throwing the ball out in the flat, has his man. Needs to make a move, does, and walks into the end zone. And it's Derek Woods again scoring for the Tigers. Nine-yard pitch and catch. Derek Woods has both touchdowns for Cedar Falls as they extend this to a 2-touchdown lead. Extra point. Holstein. It's up, and it is good, and the Tigers in control early, 14-0 here on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
We just don't work out in a single plane of motion.
You know Rivo as expert plumbers.
Back here in Cedar Falls, and it's early, but this is a kind of an important drive here for Muscatine, already down 14-0. They showed they can move the ball on that first drive of the night. Need to do it again. Holstein to kick off from the 40. He's 2 for 2 on touchbacks on the night. This one high, and it's going to reach the end zone again. Through the end zone. And the Muskies will start things off from the 20-yard line. Well, there was a lot of action on Around the MAC tonight, one game last night, Davenport West defeated Dubuque Hempstead. Both those teams, the Muskies will get a first-hand look at later in the year. Davenport West now 5-0 on the season. That looks impressive, and they are a much improved team. Yet you got to take it with a bit of a grain of salt. The combined records are just 3-18, the teams that the West has beat. Here's the off the right tackle, looking for some room and maybe a couple of yards on the first down carry for Brookhart. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 7 for the Muskies. Muscatine will see Davenport West the last game of the year up at Brady Street Stadium. The Muskies end their season with back-to-back trips to Davenport. Man goes in motion. It's Brookhart. Instead, the give to Kozad. Kozad into the wall of defenders. And back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a yard on the play. Well, Kozad yet to really break one tonight. 23 yards on 8 carries thus far. You would love just to get him. All of his plays are just kind of between the tackles. I just love to see him out in the flat. Maybe a swing pass, maybe something around end. Just let him use his speed a little bit more. Third down and long for Muscatine. And the give to Kozad. Kozad going to run into a defender and picks up 2 yards. But a punting situation again for Muscatine. Final minute of play here in the first quarter, and Muscatine punting yet again. Evans standing at his 13-yard line. Snaps right there. The punt is away. It's a line drive kick. Low. Takes a good bounce for Muscatine inside the 40 and will roll and keep rolling near the 32-yard line. That's where Cedar Falls will take control. Other action on the scoreboard will be checking in throughout the night. Homecoming for Davenport North, and not sure what the schedule maker was thinking here, but North scheduled Pleasant Valley for homecoming this evening. Number 1 team in the state. North still looking for their first win of the season. The Bettendorf Bulldogs, speaking of teams looking for their first win, they're in action at home tonight, and they're going to get that win. They take on Davenport Central. I would be shocked if the Bulldogs don't hang a victory there. Assumptions at Central DeWitt. Clinton is at Burlington and North Scott at Iowa City Liberty. That's the rest of the MAC schedule this evening. Cedar Falls running option to the right. There's the pitch. Gelhaus to the 40 and brought down out of bounds just shy of the first down. They'll mark it right at the 40-yard line. 2nd down and 2. Upcoming for Cedar Falls as 9 seconds remain in the first quarter tonight. Tigers offense playing with a lot of confidence. Thus far, they've had easy work of it. Probably the last play of the first quarter upcoming. Hermansen will run option the other way now. There's the pitch. It's strung out nicely. You got to make the tackle. And close to the first down. Looks just shy of it. It will be a 3rd down and short when we come back. But your first quarter is over. Cedar Falls leads Muscatine 14-0 on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
We are looking for a 0-turn lawnmower.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters.
Can I test drive that one?
In the store?
Even in the buying experience. We know you want to buy from someone who knows what they're talking about.
We're looking for a 0-turn mower.
Like
Great.
this guy.
First thing you need to know is what's the size of your property? Are there any obstacles?
Head to your local Hustler dealer and talk to a lawnmower expert.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
Affordable Metal Manufacturing provides cut-to-length rolled metal panels for commercial, residential, and agricultural roofing. We take pride in delivering our products with a short lead time, normally 3 days or less. Our panels are cut to the nearest eighth of an inch.
Back here, start of the second quarter, and Tigers go through the air. And that ball completed. They had those chains, I think, were maybe a bit messed up there. The ball brought out to the 38-yard line. We left you. It was well. Now we have a stoppage of play and 3rd down and 5 upcoming. So I believe we had a penalty on that last play before the quarter. So that last play was actually the last play of the quarter after they marked off the penalty. So that is why that ball was moved backwards. And now we will have a 3rd down upcoming here for Cedar Falls, 3rd down and 5. I apologize about the confusion on that. Did not see the penalty marker on the field. So they replayed 2nd down, picked up about 5 yards, and we're just going to keep it here as the quarter officially ends. And we'll start the second quarter with Muscatine down 14-0 here in Cedar Falls. Who else played here? The Grateful Dead played here. I would have loved to have been here for that concert. Not a big Deadhead personally, but would have loved to watch Iowans watch the Grateful Dead. Just going to leave that out there. You interpret it how you want. 3rd down upcoming. Cedar Falls now going left to right. They'll send receivers off each direction. Back to throw. Ball's high. Tackle's got to be made. They missed the tackle, and getting the 1st down is Derek Woods. Well, the defense had a chance to stop that. Missing the 1st tackle, and those are the plays you got to make if you're going to beat a good team on the road. Tigers, not a great team, but they are a good team, and those are the kind of plays that just need to be made on the defensive end. 1st and 10, Tigers. They'll split 2 off to the left this time, 1 off to the right. Looks to be a passing situation here for Cedar Falls. Out of the shotgun. And instead, they draw it to the back. Gelhaus gets into the Muskie side of the field, all the way into about the 47-yard line. They'll mark it just inside the 48. And now, with some tempo, Cedar Falls right back to the line of scrimmage. No huddle. Back to throw. Has his man out in the flat. Has a 1st down, and out of bounds inside the 40-yard line is Logan Rowe. Well, the Tigers showing tempo, and it works. Tigers started the year off with back-to-back shutouts as they beat Johnston 14-0 and then Waterloo West 57-0. Last 2 weeks, though, been a different story for the Cedar Falls team. Again, 3 receivers set, 2 to the bottom, 1 to the top. Out of the gun is Hermanson. Hermanson gives off to Gelhaus. Gelhaus right up the middle, barely touched. Breaks free to the 20, down to the 10, and brought down inside the 10-yard line. Gelhaus running with ease so far, and the Tigers knocking on the door again. Already up 14-0. Muscatine players slow to get off the field. Cedar Falls slowing it down now. 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. 10:42 to go here in quarter number 2. Under center is Hermanson. He gives off to the fullback. A burst right up the middle down to about the 2-yard line on the play. Shea Buskell has the Tigers down to the 2. They'll split one each way. Hermanson under center. Hermanson again gives to the fullback into the end zone. Touchdown. That's Buskell. And what a start for Cedar Falls tonight. Already up 20-0 in this ballgame. Not the start Coach Hawkins and his staff had hoped for tonight. As the Cedar Falls Tigers doing whatever they want to do on offense right now. Extra point awaits. Low snap. Kick is up, and it's between the yellow pipes. And the Tigers now lead your Muskies 21-0. 10 minutes to go in quarter 2 on to Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters, especially when it comes to the driving experience.
Let's take a closer look.
Our legendary smooth track steering provides buttery smooth turns, making maneuvering around obstacles a breeze. Unlike the jerky feel of other options, our smooth track steering is so effortless, anyone could make short work of the lawn. Hustler Turf, mow like a pro.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
Back here in Cedar Falls, Roland Glembine bringing this game to you tonight with our hard-working crew, and need something good to happen. Here's the kickoff, and this one also sails into the end zone, and yet another touchback. Muskies will start off from the 20-yard line. Have not been able to return a kick tonight as Jake Holstein padding his touchback totals. See if we can get some movement here. The pass worked well on that first drive. Have not gone back to it. This defense stacking the line, waiting for Kozad, and they had 2 men in motion. That play's going nowhere. Penalty flags everywhere, and that will be 5 yards on Muscatine. Meanwhile, an interesting, talk about blowouts. Durant having their way tonight with Louisa Muscatine, 50-0. The score with 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. Durant, a very good small school team. One of the best backs you'll see in small school football in the state of Iowa. Here we go, 1st and 15 now. They give us to Kozad. Kozad right up the gut. Gets about 4 yards on the carry. Of course, talking about DeLong as he is setting records up in Durant this season. Second and 11 for Muscatine. Well, we mentioned the UNI Panthers. They play their home games here. They'll be down in Macomb tomorrow to take on Western Illinois. And Ty Kozad will be down in Macomb as well, receiving an invitation from Western Illinois. And Kozad will be there watching the game as he, just a junior, but starts to feel out the college process. There's a give and not a whole lot of room for Gavin Brookhart. And a 3rd down and 11 upcoming for Muscatine. Kozad receiving a lot of invitations. Penn recently sent one out. Ivy League interest. As the numbers continue to climb for number 24, the interest will climb as well. Meanwhile, this is a big third down play upcoming for the Muskies. They need to somehow get a first down. Have not, and now I believe we had 12 men in the huddle, and that's going to be a 5-yard penalty on Muscatine. Brookhart tried to sneak off the field without anyone noticing, and the flag came late, but the official did notice, so. And now, instead of the flag, coach decides he's going to take a timeout, so they will wave off the flag and take the timeout. Instead, we'll take a quick 30-second break as well. Be right back on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
Rivo Rehab Physical Therapy. Feel better, move forward.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters, especially in the strength and durability of our mowers. So you know your Hustler will stand the test of time. We think that.
Back here in Cedar Falls, big third down upcoming for Muscatine, already trailing 21-0 in this game. Muskies may have to put it up in the air here under center. And throwing the ball. It's a backwards pass. Catch is made, but backwards go the Muskies. Cedar Falls not falling for that as Paul Henry brought down a loss on the play. Good job by Henry hanging on to that ball. That would have been a live football if he did not catch it. But yet again, the punting unit out on the field, and Cameron Evans will have to boot this away, standing on his own goal line. Muskies just have not got the break they need yet tonight. Here's the ball nearly blocked. High, short kick, sailing out of bounds into the Cedar Falls bench. We'll see where they mark that. Down to the 34-yard line. So great field position again for Cedar Falls. These Tigers, a perennial power in the state of Iowa. Off to that slow start, just 2-2, but this is a team that makes the playoffs nearly every year. They have such a home field advantage getting to play in this dome. It's not something that teams are used to. And they've won over 80% of their games over the last decade in this building. Man comes in motion. The give to Gelhaus. Gelhaus, a burst of speed, and has a first down. Pick up a 12 on the play. And that Cedar Falls offensive line really just manhandling that defensive front for Muscatine so far tonight. See a lot of hands on the hips right now on that Muscatine defense. They've been out there a majority of the time in this first half. Offense, you can't get first downs. Your defense has to go right back out on the field. 3 receivers set. The give to Gelhaus. Gelhaus carries a couple of defenders for a 6-yard carry. Got a big crowd tonight, but that's the downside of playing in this building. It's a large Cedar Falls crowd for sure, but it doesn't feel big playing in the 16,000 plus seat venue. Does get loud in here, though. No doubt the sound echoes throughout this building. Receiver each way. Hermanson under center. Gives off to Gelhaus. Gelhaus right up the middle. All the way down to the 10-yard line. 1st and 10. Cedar Falls Tigers. As we reach the midway point of the second quarter. And the Muskies, especially on this defensive front right now, just hands on the hips. Somebody needs to spark this team, give it some energy. Kind of like at Iowa City in week 2. That one play just sparked this team. And here's the pass out in the flat. And there we go, an incompletion. Finally, something going the way for Muscatine. And it's Cedar Falls throwing the ball away. It was the same kind of feel, though, in Iowa City as the Trojans got out to the big lead against Muscatine. And then that long 90-yard touchdown run by Ty Kozad just kind of sparked life in this unit, and it was a different game from there on. Someone needs to be the spark tonight for Muscatine. Here's the give to Gelhaus. Gelhaus trying to find room on the left side. He's down inside the 5-yard line, and a 3rd down and goal upcoming for Cedar Falls. Well, it's a big stand right here for the defense. We'll keep this Tiger team out of the end zone. They'll send Derek Woods off to the bottom of your screen. He's already got 2 touchdowns tonight. The give instead to Gelhaus right up the middle. He's hit at the goal line, but not before. He breaks the plane, and yet another touchdown for the Cedar Falls Tigers. Just not a lot of opposition stopping Gelhaus up the middle tonight. And the Tigers have 4 touchdowns on 4 possessions. As the extra point is up and good again. And with 5:04 to go in quarter 2, it's now Cedar Falls 28, Muscatine nothing. We'll be right back.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters, especially in the strength and durability of our mowers. So you know your Hustler will stand the test of time. We think the difference is obvious. With our welded fabricated steel deck, high-strength 11-gauge one-piece frame, and the precision control of our smooth track steering, anyone can mow like a pro.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
Affordable Metal Manufacturing provides cut-to-length rolled metal panels for commercial, residential, and agricultural roofing. We take pride in delivering our products with a short lead time, normally 3 days or less. Our panels are cut to the nearest 1/8 of an inch for greater efficiency and less waste. Affordable Metal can even roll your panels on site. Call today for a free quote and let us become your...
Back here in Cedar Falls, it's been all Tigers thus far. As they're kicking off once again, and once again, the ball goes in and out of the end zone. And starting at the 20-yard line will be Muscatine.
You're not plugged in. You're not getting any charge.
Nope.
He's not getting any charge.
So Muscatine gets the ball starting at their 20-yard line. It's been a long field all night for the Muskies as the Tiger kickers just keeps reaching the end zone on the touchbacks. It's been a game of field position for sure, and Muskies need to kind of flip that right now. And here's the give, and Kozad is stopped at the line of scrimmage. In fact, behind the line of scrimmage. That offensive line needs to step up right now. They are not doing what they need to be doing, and it's a loss of 3 on first down. So second down and about 13 yards for the Muskies. The give to Kozad again, and he gets back to the original line of scrimmage, and no more. Now we have a whistle as we have a timeout on the field. Timeout taken by Cedar Falls. So the Tigers will take a timeout. We'll keep it here as we have 4:21 to go here in this first half. Thank the Midwest One Bank for their sponsorship. One of the many sponsors that make this broadcast possible. The Burrito Factory as well. Muscatine Symphony Orchestras and Charities. Thank them by patronizing them. Tell them you're watching the game and you appreciate them making these broadcasts possible. Muscatine Power and Water. So 3rd down and 10 upcoming for the Muskies. We'll see what Coach Hawkins dials up here on a long 3rd down opportunity for Muscatine. Tight formation. Hardy's your wing on the right side. The give to Kozad. Kozad under pressure. Flag on the play. Kozad wrestled out of bounds. And there's another flag. That's going to be a late hit on Cedar Falls. We'll see what the first flag was. This might be offsetting, or it might be good news for Muscatine. That second flag definitely on the Cedar Falls Tigers as we await the call here from the official as he gets word now on the first flag. And they're pointing towards Muscatine. I think we might have offsetting. Which would put the ball back at the 20-yard line. Shouldn't be this hard to figure out, but the discussion continues for our men in stripes. So we had a hold on Muscatine, and then we have a personal foul on Cedar Falls. And now we'll see where we mark the ball. They are going to mark off penalty yardage. So they do not offset due to it being a personal foul. And the ball is marked at the 28-yard line. Third down for Muscatine. Ty Kozad tries to turn the corner, and I think he got the first down. So Kozad picks up 5 yards. And Muskies moved the sticks for the first time since that first drive of the night. There's something positive to build on right now. Can you get another one? Try to get some points on the board here before halftime. Clock ticking, under 4 minutes to go. Second quarter. Cedar Falls has really kept Kozad in check tonight, just 30 yards rushing. Back to throw. Batty still looking. Now throws it up. Has Kozad. And that's a nice play right there. Another first down for the Muskies. Well, Batty waited till the last possible second to throw that ball. He was right at the line of scrimmage. Nice catch by Kozad going up to get it. And 2 plays, 2 first downs for Muscatine, as they have the ball now out to the 43-yard line. Have not crossed midfield since that first drive of the night. Tight formation. And the give is to Kozad. He's got a little room. Nice to make one more miss. He does. To the 40. Down to the 35. And Ty Kozad down to the 33-yard line. A pickup of 24 yards on the play. And all of a sudden, some life here on this Muskie offense. 3 straight first downs. And the Muskies are on the right side of the field for the first time in a long time. Batty under center. Batty gives to Kozad. Kozad looks for a hole. No hole there. losing yard on the play. So second down and long upcoming. I'd like to maybe see another pass. That was such a beautiful play, getting Batty out on the move. Instead, he gives it off, and some room to run there over left tackle inside the 30-yard line. Kozad once again. Give him 6 yards on that carry. He's up to 59 yards on the night now on 15 carries. But a third down situation upcoming for Muscatine. Here's Hardy on the end around, and Hardy brought down a loss on the play. We'll see if they bring the field goal unit out now just to get points or not. Hardy is slow to get up. And the training staff's going to have to come out and look at him as a fourth down situation upcoming for Muscatine. And a decision time right now for Coach Hawkins. You got fourth down and about 8. Now you're trailing 28-0. If you have hopes of coming back and winning this game, then you need to go for it right now. If you just want to get your team feeling better about themselves, this may be a chance to kick a long field goal. This would be right at the edge of the Jackson Othmer's range. Like I said, in pregame, he made a 50-yarder, but just snuck it over the crossbar. This would be right at about a 49-yard field goal. It looks like we'll see. Batty is coming back out there. They are going to attempt a field goal, at least in theory. The kicker is out there, and he's marking the ball, so this will be a 49-yard field goal attempt just to try to get points on the board here for Muscatine. And now we have a stop and a timeout taken by the Muskies. We'll take a quick 30-second break and come back with the potential field goal right after this.
We are looking for a zero-turn lawnmower.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters.
Can I test drive that one?
In the store?
Even in the buying experience. We know you want to buy from someone who knows what they're talking
We're
about.
looking for a zero-turn mower.
Like
Great.
this guy.
First thing I need to know is what's the size of your property? Are there any obstacles?
Head to your local Hustler dealer and talk to a lawnmower expert.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
Back here in Cedar Falls, Jackson Othmer is on the field to attempt a 49-yard field goal, trying to get Muscatine on the board. This right at the edge of his range. Snap down, kick is up, line drive, does it? Nope. Falls short and to the left. And the Muskies still stuck on the skunk tonight. No points on the board as of yet. 1:38 to go in this first half. You can't fault the logic there by Coach Hawkins. Just trying to get this team feeling good about themselves, get some points on the board. It was a nice drive. And the added benefit in high school ball is Cedar Falls, after the miss, will start at their 20-yard line. So it's not like you give them the ball where the kick was, which is the case like in the NFL. Here in high school ball, the ball will be marked at the 20. And now it's the defense's turn to just keep this game where it's at. Cedar Falls, twin receivers each direction, trying to work their 2-minute drill right now, and they will start off on the ground, and a big tackle made there in the backfield. There's a play on defense. Quickly come the Cedar Falls Tigers the give, and that's Tate Hermanson actually keeping it himself. And right back to the line of scrimmage. They come 3rd down. And the handoff. And the Muskies stop Cedar Falls shy of the 1st down. Do they want to? I'm not sure they have a timeout left, actually. So this clock does stop. Do not know why the clock stopped. Now the referee's saying the clock should be winded. Right now you're getting hometown right now. They stopped the clock on 4th down. Now they wind it. And the clock resumes with 50 seconds to go. Do not know why the clock was stopped there. Should not have been. And the play clock is down to 8 seconds left. So the Tigers may have to take a timeout as they let this clock run down as far as they can, and they will call a timeout. Don't forget the halftime show upcoming. We'll check in the first half highlights and get you ready for the second half. Maybe check out some scores from around the area as well. All coming up here on the halftime report tonight. Again, big thanks to all our sponsors this evening for helping us bring you the game. Hy-Vee, always among the sponsors to help us bring this to you. Muscatine Power and Water, Muscatine Symphony Orchestras and Charities, the Burrito Factory. Big thanks go out to all of them and many more to make this possible. Don't forget, we're back home next week. Homecoming. Dubuque Hempstead coming to town. Be back at Community Stadium. That will be good. Muscatine Lawn and Power. Bear of Muscatine. Affordable Metal Manufacturing. Warren John Schwandke and ICAN Advertising. And back underway here. Punting the ball. Cedar Falls. Something they have not done tonight. Kick is away. It's high and deep. Sending Adams back to catch it at the 21. Makes the first man miss. Gets spun around and brought down at around the 24-yard line. So Muscatine, one last crack at it here before halftime with 17 seconds left on the clock. Waffle and Pancake House, want to thank them. Riots and Rebelle's Salon. Great River Tire, Rivo Plumbing and Heating. All the great businesses that help us bring you Muscatine athletics all year long here on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. Speaking of Muscatine athletics, congratulations to the volleyball team, off to a good start this year, 11-5 record. They'll be back home on Tuesday night. All part of homecoming week festivities. First and 10, the give to Kozad. Kozad, here's your home run hitter, looking for a hole, and gets up to the 20-yard line, and that will just about do it here on the first half of play. A gain of 6 yards for Ty Kozad. Brings him up to 65 yards in the first half, but it's been all Cedar Falls as they take the lead into halftime. 28-0. We'll be right back here on your Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
We just don't work out in a single plane of motion.
You know Rivo as expert plumbers, but did you know Rivo can also be your one source for complete bathroom and kitchen remodels? With professional craftsmen doing the job for more than 30 years, experienced in tile, carpentry, and of course plumbing, Rivo can transform a dreary basement into an elegant bathroom and upgrade a worn-out kitchen using inspirational design and quality brands. Before you stand in line at a big box store, call Rivo Incorporated and see how a hometown professional can refresh and improve your home.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters, especially in the strength and durability of our mowers. So you know your Hustler will stand the test of time. We think the difference is obvious. With our welded fabricated steel deck, high-strength 11-gauge one-piece frame, and the precision control of our smooth track steering, anyone can mow like a pro.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
Rehab Physical Therapy. Feel better, move forward.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters, especially when it comes to the driving experience.
Let's take a closer look.
Our legendary smooth track steering provides buttery smooth turns, making maneuvering around obstacles a breeze. Unlike the jerky feel of other options, our smooth track steering is so effortless, anyone could make short work of the lawn. Hustler Turf, mow like a pro.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
Affordable Metal Manufacturing provides cut-to-length rolled metal panels for commercial, residential, and agricultural roofing. We take pride in delivering our products with a short lead time, normally 3 days or less. Our panels are cut to the nearest eighth of an inch for greater efficiency and less waste. Affordable Metal can even roll your panels on site. Call today for a free quote and let us become your preferred supplier. Affordable Metal Manufacturing. Our business is rolling.
We are looking for a zero-turn lawnmower.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters.
Can I test drive that one?
In the store?
Even in the buying experience. We know you want to buy from someone who knows what they're talking
We're
about.
looking for a zero-turn mower.
Like this guy.
First thing you need to know is what's the size of your property? Are there any obstacles?
Head to your local Hustler dealer and talk to a lawnmower expert.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
We just don't work out in a single plane of motion.
You know Rivo as expert plumbers, but did you know Rivo can also be your one source for complete bathroom and kitchen remodels? With professional craftsmen doing the job for more than 30 years, experienced in tile, carpentry, and of course plumbing, Rivo can transform a dreary basement into an elegant bathroom and upgrade a worn-out kitchen using inspirational design and quality brands. Before you stand in line at a big box store, call Rivo Incorporated and see how a hometown professional can refresh and improve your home.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters, especially in the strength and durability of our mowers. So you know your Hustler will stand the test of time. We think the difference is obvious. With our welded fabricated steel deck, high-strength 11-gauge one-piece frame, and the precision control of our smooth track steering, anyone can mow like a pro.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
Rehab Physical Therapy. Feel better, move forward.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters, especially when it comes to the driving experience.
Let's take a closer look.
Our legendary smooth track steering provides buttery smooth turns, making maneuvering around obstacles a breeze. Unlike the jerky feel of other options, our smooth track steering is so effortless, anyone could make short work of the lawn. Hustler Turf, mow like a pro.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
Cedar Falls, Roland Glenbine coming to you from the Unidome. An extended halftime tonight as it is homecoming here in Cedar Falls. So the homecoming court just announcing king and queen and all the festivities going on the field right now. So we're still about 13 minutes away from the second half starting. Muscatine will be kicking off when we do get back underway in the third quarter. Muskie's got the ball to start tonight and moved the ball down the field. Came out through a pass on first down. Got the ball all the way into Cedar Falls territory. Faced a third down and 2. Had 2 cracks at getting a first down and getting the ball into the Midwest One Bank red zone, but came up empty on both third and fourth down and turned the ball over on downs. And the defense really didn't do a whole lot to stop Cedar Falls in that first quarter, as Cedar Falls moved the ball at will on the Muscatine defense, scoring a couple of touchdowns to Derek Woods to get out to a 14-0 lead, and they would add a couple more touchdowns in that first half, and that's the difference so far tonight, 28-0. It's been a game of field position, as it's been a short field most of the night for the Cedar Falls Tigers, and it's been starting at the 20-yard line pretty much every drive for Muscatine. As we mentioned, next week we're back home, and it's Muscatine's turn to do homecoming. The opponent, Dubuque Hempstead. Hempstead yet to win this year. They lost last night 14-7 to Davenport West, so Hempstead will bring an 0-5 record into Community Stadium next week. Well, this week's AP poll is out, and the number 1 team comes from the MAC, Pleasant Valley, number 1 in the state, followed by Dowling and Ankeny, Cedar Rapids Kennedy, and Southeast Polk, your top 5. Davenport West ranked number 9 this week in the AP poll, and West, like I said, already winning this week, winning yesterday 14-7. The Muskies will see Davenport West the last week of the season. I want to thank all our sponsors who make it possible for us to bring you these broadcasts. Muscatine Power and Water, Muscatine Lawn and Power, Hy-Vee, Bear of Muscatine, First National Bank of Muscatine, Affordable Metal Manufacturing, Warren John Schwandke and ICAN Advertising, River Rehab, Bosch Pest Control, Great River Tire, Revo Plumbing and Heating, Riots and Rebels Salon, Waffle and Pancake House, Muscatine Charities, and the Muscatine Symphony, along with the Burrito Factory. Big thanks go out to all those who help us bring you Muskie Athletics here on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. So adjustments need to be made here in the second half, and we'll see what Coach Hawkins dials up. The passing attack has been a little more prevalent tonight now that Landon Batty back under center. A couple of nice plays in that first half came through the air. We'll see if Muscatine shows a little bit more of that here, trying to get some more movement on the ball. They do have a couple of nice drives on the night, marching into Cedar Falls territory on the first and final drives of that first half, but neither one of them bringing any points to the scoreboard thus far, as the score 28-0. Well, it's back-to-back weeks here for games at Community Stadium, not just next week in homecoming, but the week after as well. And believe it or not, that will be senior night. Already we're talking about senior night. Just 2 home games remain for the Muskies, and they come the next 2 weeks against Tri-City competition, not just Hempstead next week, but Dubuque Senior comes to town in 2 weeks, and then it's back-to-back games at Brady Street Stadium to end the season for Muscatine as they take on Davenport North and Davenport West. And that West game could be interesting. Hopefully it's interesting for Muscatine, but it will be interesting for sure for Davenport West. West already 5-0 on the season. Now, we've talked about them a little bit, and they're fun to talk about. One of those teams that has struggled recently in recent years, but having a great year, 5-0. But they have done it against some competition that, it's just not very good. Clinton and Waterloo West, beating a winless Davenport North team, beating a winless Dubuque Hempstead team, beating a 1-win Davenport Central team. So their opponents, just 3 wins in those 5 opponents thus far. Now the schedule takes a big turn for Davenport West coming up the next few weeks as they have to play Dubuque Senior, they have to play Cedar Rapids Kennedy. They could and probably will be underdogs their next 3 games. If they lose those 3 games, well, then they welcome Muscatine to town on the final game of the year, pretty much needing to win that game to make the playoffs. Just one of those things to look at here, and hopefully the Muskies can pick up some wins as they face a Hempstead team that hasn't won next week and a North team that hasn't won, and maybe pull off an upset at home against Senior, and then you can go into that last week as well at 4-4, and who knows? Could have a fun end to the season here on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. Well, we're still about 7 minutes away from starting the third quarter of action, so we're going to give our sponsors a chance to reach out to you, and we'll be right back from the Unity Dome coming up here in a couple minutes on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
We just don't work out in a single plane of motion.
Okay.
You know Rivo as expert plumbers, but did you know Rivo can also be your one source for complete bathroom and kitchen remodels? With professional craftsmen doing the job for more than 30 years, experienced in tile, carpentry, and of course plumbing, Rivo can transform a dreary basement into an elegant bathroom and upgrade a worn-out kitchen using inspirational design and quality brands. Before you stand in line at a big box store, call Rivo Incorporated and see how a hometown professional can refresh and improve your home.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters, especially in the strength and durability of our mowers. So you know your Hustler will stand the test of time. We think the difference is obvious. With our welded fabricated steel deck, high-strength 11-gauge one-piece frame, and the precision control of our smooth track steering, anyone can mow like a pro.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
Rehab Physical Therapy. Feel better, move forward.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters, especially when it comes to the driving experience.
Let's take a closer look.
Our legendary smooth track steering provides buttery smooth turns, making maneuvering around obstacles a breeze. Unlike the jerky feel of other options, our smooth track steering is so effortless, anyone can make short work of the lawn. Hustler Turf, mow like a pro.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
Affordable Metal Manufacturing provides cut-to-length rolled metal panels for commercial, residential, and agricultural roofing. We take pride in delivering our products with a short lead time, normally 3 days or less. Our panels are cut to the nearest eighth of an inch for greater efficiency and less waste. Affordable Metal can even roll your panels on site. Call today for a free quote and let us become your preferred supplier. Affordable Metal Manufacturing. Our business is rolling.
We are looking for a zero-turn lawnmower.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters.
Can I test drive that one?
In the store?
Even in the buying experience. We know you want to buy from someone who knows what they're talking
We're
about.
looking for a zero-turn mower.
Like
Great.
this guy.
First thing I need to know is what's the size of your property? Are there any obstacles?
Head to your local Hustler dealer and talk to a lawnmower expert.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
We just don't work out in a single plane of motion.
You know Rivo as expert plumbers, but did you know Rivo can also be your one source for complete bathroom and kitchen remodels? With professional craftsmen doing the job for more than 30 years, experienced in tile, carpentry, and of course plumbing, Rivo can transform a dreary basement into an elegant bathroom and upgrade a worn-out kitchen using inspirational design and quality brands. Before you stand in line at a big box store, call Rivo Incorporated and see how a hometown professional can refresh and improve your home.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters, especially in the strength and durability of our mowers. So you know your Hustler will stand the test of time. We think the difference is obvious. With our welded fabricated steel deck, high-strength 11-gauge one-piece frame, and the precision control of our smooth track steering, anyone can mow like a pro.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
Rehab Physical Therapy. Feel better, move forward.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters, especially when it comes to the driving experience.
Let's take a closer look.
Our legendary smooth track steering provides buttery smooth turns, making maneuvering around obstacles a breeze. Unlike the jerky feel of other options, our smooth track steering is so effortless, anyone could make short work of the lawn. Hustler Turf, mow like a pro.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
Affordable Metal Manufacturing provides cut-to-length rolled metal panels for commercial, residential, and agricultural roofing. We take pride in delivering our products with a short lead time, normally 3 days or less. Our panels are cut to the nearest eighth of an inch for greater efficiency and less waste. Affordable Metal can even roll your panels on site. Call today for a free quote and let us become your preferred supplier. Affordable Metal Manufacturing. Our business is rolling.
We are looking for a zero-turn lawnmower.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters.
Can I test drive that one?
In the store?
Even in the buying experience. We know you want to buy from someone who knows what they're talking
We're
about.
looking for a zero-turn mower.
Like
Great.
this guy.
First thing I need to know is what's the size of your property? Are there any obstacles?
Head to your local Hustler dealer and talk to a lawnmower expert.
Yep.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
We just don't work out in
Welcome back to Cedar Falls. Both teams back out on the field in the second half, about to get back underway here. From the campus of the University of Northern Iowa at the Unidome, Muscatine making the 126-mile journey north tonight. Longest road trip this team has taken in quite some time. And thus far, it's going to be a really long bus ride home unless guys can get something to feel good about themselves here going in the second half. Not a whole lot of offense generated in that first half. Ty Kozeb, 65 yards rushing on 16 carries. A couple of long passing plays, and that's been about it. 2 drives, getting the ball down to about the 30-yard line on the first and last drives of the half for Muscatine. Otherwise, it's been a lot of punting the ball away, and Cedar Falls doing basically whatever they want. The Cedar Falls offensive line really having their way with this Muskie defense in the first half. Checking out your scores from around the MAC tonight. Assumption leads the DeWitt Sabres 21-3 at halftime. Pleasant Valley rolling on homecoming at Brady Street over North, 42-6 at halftime. The Bettendorf Bulldogs are going to get their first win tonight as they lead Davenport Central 24-0 in the third quarter. And North Scott has the lead on Iowa City Liberty 9-0 as that game is heading to halftime there. Some other scores of interest. Durant leads Louisa Muscatine 50-0. That after 3 quarters. And West Branch on top of Minneapolis, 35-7 as they start the fourth quarter in West Branch. Here it's 28-0 Cedar Falls on top of Muscatine. And we'll see what the Muskies can do here in the second half. And maybe, just maybe, get a little spark here and put a scare into the Cedar Falls Tigers. Muskies will be going right to left on your screen here in the third quarter as Muscatine will kick off for the first time tonight. And we'll see if the Muskies can get a touchback. This is a great place to be a kicker at. No conditions whatsoever to worry about. And Jackson Othmer will tee it up from the 40 and kick it away. We're about to get started here in the third quarter. Glad you could join us, as always, on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. As always, kickoffs brought to you by ICAN. Give Wojo a call for all your advertising needs. Here's the ball placed, and it will be returnable down to the 5-yard line. And brought down just across the 20. So good job on the coverage unit. And Cedar Falls will start off pretty much their worst starting field position of the night, just outside the 20. Well, maybe the defense can spark this team. Force a turnover and turn things around tonight. Tate Hermanson still under center, takes the ball, gives to Gelhaus, and Gelhaus, just like he did in the first half, nobody stopping him up the middle. A huge gain on first down, 14 yards, moves the sticks, and that was the story if you missed the first half. Right there, it's just run the ball up the middle, and that big offensive line for Cedar Falls just manhandling the defensive front for Muscatine thus far. A fake this time and back to throw. Hermanson has his man. The ball caught in the flat and brought down, but not before another first down for the Tigers. Caden Smith on the reception, a gain of 11. In 2 plays, 2 first downs for Cedar Falls. This is an offensive unit that is barely sweating right now. They're doing whatever they want on offense. Gelhaus goes in motion. The give to the fullback, and he picks up about 6 yards right up the gut again. Shane Busqual. He had a touchdown in the first half and picks up 6 yards there. So 3 plays and 3 positive plays for this Cedar Falls offense coming out of halftime. Man goes in motion. Here's the pitch. Some room to run, but better job on the defensive end there. Is Caden Shellhorn on the carry. Close to a first down, and no need to measure. The official says close enough. Move the sticks. So the third first down of this first drive of the third quarter. And Cedar Falls in business again. 1 receiver each way, the turn to give. And there's a nice play on the defensive end. Shellhorn nowhere to go. A tackle for loss by Muscatine. I believe that is Evans on the stop. So Cameron Evans, tackle for loss, and 2nd and 11 upcoming for Cedar Falls. Hermanson under center. He falls down and did that in the first half, does it again. Somehow gets the ball to his running back, and Shellhorn is out of bounds back at the line of scrimmage. That's twice. He either tripped over the center or his own feet, and while falling down, just scooped the ball over his head to the running back. Well, that will get coaches to pull hair out there when they look at film. A lot less dangerous when you're winning 28-0, however. So 3rd down and long. Muskie's defense needs to make a play and get off the field. Hermanson under center. Back to throw, rolling right, has a man in the flat, throws it out there, but a bad throw. Well, they had an open receiver. They had the first down. But Hermanson throws it low, and it will be a 4th down situation. And Cedar Falls likely will punt here. 4th down and 12. The ball marked back at the 44. Or maybe they're just going to go for it. Wow. Well, not a lot of respect being shown here of this Muscatine defense as Cedar Falls decides to go for it on 4th and 12. And now instead, there's the kick. So quick kick by the quarterback, and this could turn out great. The ball, well, that should be a touchback. That should be a touchback, and these officials need to talk about this right now because they're marking the ball down at the 1. The Cedar Falls player was laying in the end zone when he touched the ball, and now they correct it. Luckily, the one official knew what he was doing and helped the one that didn't out, and it will be a touchback, and we'll move the ball to the 20-yard line. How about coaches pulling out hair right there? Wow. First and 10, Muscatine, ball at the 20. First crack on the offensive end here. Good job of the defense getting off the field. Come out in a tight wing formation. Unbalanced front. Fumble. Ball still loose. Ty Kozat has a spring right into his hands. A loss of 7. But that could have been disastrous. They do hang on to the ball as the Cedar Falls player is injured on the turf. And we'll take a timeout for injury. 2nd and long upcoming when we come back on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. Was that count against Kozat's rushing? But it was a fumble.
just don't work out in a single plane of motion.
Back here in Cedar Falls, 2nd down and 16 upcoming after the fumble recovery by Kozad. Loss of 6 on that play. And the give to Henry. Henry trying to get around the corner, but nowhere to escape on that one. Nice defensive effort. And a 3rd down and extremely long now for the Muskies. Henry comes off. Got to get to the 30-yard line. The ball sits on the 11. 3rd and 19. Not sure the Muskies have a lot of plays for 3rd and 19. This just might be a give to Kozad and hope he can break something. There's the give to Kozad. Can he break something? He got back to the 20. A gain of 9, and a late flag comes down right there at the 20. So we'll check the laundry out as the officials meet. Is that a face mask? Face mask on Cedar Falls, and there's a break right there. Would have been a punting situation, but the face mask. Is that an automatic 1st down, or is it just 5 yards? So it is 3rd and 5, not an automatic 1st down. Now the officials are going to try to sort everything out here. Want to make sure they got the down and everything correct. And it will be 3rd down and 5. Big play here. The turn to give to Kozad. Kozad struggling for a couple of yards. Comes up shy of the 1st down. Give them 3 on the play. It's 4th down and 2 upcoming for the Muskies. Already trailing 28-0. And not even considering going for it here, this far down on their own side of the field. Evans comes out in punt formation, standing on his 14. Kick is away and angling towards the sidelines. Not a good punt by Evans as he kicks it out of bounds. Tigers will start off in Muscatine territory. The ball spotted at the 45. So again, a short field for the Cedar Falls Tigers, already up 28-0. Looking to add to it here with 6:05 to go in quarter number 3. Here's the turn to give to Gelhaus. Gelhaus makes the first 2 men miss and is across the 40 down to the 39-yard line. Don't forget, we'll be back live next week, back home at Community Stadium, as the Muskies welcome winless Hempstead to town for homecoming. If you can't make it out to Community Stadium, just tune us in so many different ways. Facebook, YouTube, on our cable channel. Glad, as always, to have you watching Muskie Athletics. 2nd down and 4. Here's the give to Gelhaus again. A big hole up the middle. 1st down, Cedar Falls. Well, I don't have the actual rushing total on Gelhaus. He is well over 100 yards on the night. Running at will up the middle time and time again. On the positive side, we're inside and it's warm and dry on a cold, wet night throughout the state of Iowa. Here's the give, and still running, free to the 10, to the 5, down to the 2-yard line. A missed tackle leads to a big run for Shea Buskall. And the Cedar Falls Tigers are knocking on the door again. Well, this will be an interesting film to go back and watch for this coaching staff and see a lot of missed tackles up the middle tonight. Here's the turn to give to Gelhaus. Gelhaus gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Now the Tigers are just an extra point away from getting us to the running clock situation. And considering the 126-mile trip home, that's okay. Here's the extra point. It is up, and it does sneak through the upright. So with 4:10 to go in the third quarter, it's now 35-0 Tigers on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
We just don't work out in a single plane of motion.
You know Rivo as expert plumbers, but did you know Rivo can also be your one source for complete bathroom and kitchen remodels with professional?
Well, for the first time tonight, the Muskies get a kickoff. They can return. Henry takes it up across the 25 to the 27-yard line. And Muscatine will start from there with just 4 minutes to go. Clock should be running, and it's not, but I can only do so much. That's okay. That will give the Muscatine more time to come back. And now they do wind the clock. Man in motion. Here's the give. Kozad. Kozad puts down the shoulder, running hard out to the 32-yard line. Gain of 5 on the play. Kozad up to 76 yards rushing on the night. Now it's see if he can at least get 100 yards. Done that every game except for last week, and that's when he left at halftime with a slight injury, keeping him out of the second half last week. And here's the give again, Kozad. Kozad rumbles hard for another first down, this time out to the 40-yard line. Another 8 yards. He's up to 84 yards. Clock's down, under 3 minutes to go. It's just about trying to get something positive right now. Get some points on the board. Unbalanced line. Man in motion. The give to Kozad. Kozad sidesteps one defender and is brought down after a short gain out to the 43. Bush on the tackle, and second down and 7 upcoming. This is a very talented Cedar Falls team. Have a player already receiving a commitment from the University of Iowa. Campbell should be a familiar name to Hawkeye fans. He's the younger brother of Jack Campbell, one of the stars on the Hawkeye defense. Here's Kozad, wrapped up at the line of scrimmage and drags the defender forward for a 1 yard. Kozad now 23 carries, 88 yards on the night, and a 3rd down and 6 upcoming for the Muskies. Like we mentioned, already 2 shutouts. They're looking for their 3rd shutout of the season, the Cedar Falls defense. Muskie's trying to at least spoil that. 3rd and 6. The pitch to Kozad. Kozad running hard, reaching close to the 1st down mark. Looks to be a little shy. And you got to go for it here, right? We do have a flag on the play. Hard to see the flag, and it is a chop block. The flag was camouflaged in with the yellow Panther there at the 45. So forget what I was saying on 4th and 1. That play nullified and will be brought all the way back to the 29-yard line. A huge penalty. From 4th and 1 back to 3rd and 21. Back to throw. Batty throwing it over the middle and falling down is Sawyer Zek. The ball thrown behind the intended receiver. And out comes the punting unit again for Muscatine. It's moments like this, you just want to cue up that Bettendorf game from a couple of weeks ago and relive that. Here's the punt away from Evans. It's a low line drive kick, fielded at the 42. Retreating backwards and brought down on the play is Derek Woods. Nice job on the coverage unit there, Gavin Brookhart. And the Tigers will start yet another possession as the 3rd quarter comes to an end. Score, Cedar Falls 35, Muscatine nothing. This to Discover Muscatine Sports Network. Refresh.
You know Rivo as expert plumbers, but did you know Rivo can also be your one source for complete bathroom and kitchen remodels? With professional craftsmen doing the job for more than 30 years, experienced in tile, carpentry, and of course plumbing, Rivo can transform a dreary basement into an elegant bathroom and upgrade a worn-out kitchen using inspirational design and quality brands. Before you stand in line at a big box store, call Rivo.
4th quarter about to get underway here from the Unidome in Cedar Falls. 1st and 10, Tigers. The give and over right guard to about the 40-yard line is number 34 for the Tigers, Caden Shellhorn. In at quarterback now, Jackson Hartzell, the sophomore signal caller, into the game for Cedar Falls. Hartzell under center. Gives off to Shellhorn. Shellhorn brought down after a gain of 2 out to the 41, and 3rd down upcoming now for Cedar Falls. Final score, Durant beat Louisa Muscatine 56-0 tonight. Nolan DeLong, 4 touchdowns, over 200 yards rushing as he continues his impressive campaign. Here's the pitch. Shellhorn looks for a hole. Shellhorn brought down in the backfield. Laying down the hammer are the Muskies. And the Muskies will get the ball back. Another crack at putting points on it tonight. Let's see if the special teams can do something here. Got some subs in the game right now for Cedar Falls. Not sure anybody's really back to return the punt yet. Might want to do that first. There we go. Maybe not that far back. He's all the way down to the 20-yard line. Not sure the punt's going that far. And now it's angled all the way over this side, and the ball fielded at the 23. And brought down around the 26. So yet another crack at it for Muscatine. As that clock continues to run, 9.5 minutes to go in this game. Batty's still in there at quarterback for the Muskies. Kozad still in the game as well. He's got 88 yards rushing on the night. Needs 12 to eclipse the 100-yard mark. Play clock down to 12. The Muskies slow to get to the line of scrimmage. And it goes in motion. Clock down to 1. They got to snap it. And now we got movement up front. And then that says it all right there. Paul Henry just threw his hands up in frustration. A lot of frustration right now for the purple and gold. So 1st and 15 now. Batty under center. Turns, gives to Kozad. Kozad right into a wall of defense again. Out to the 25-yard line. Gain of 3 on the play. "24 carries on the night for Ty Kozad. Now Kozad comes out of the game. And 2nd down and 12. We'll see what the Muskies do without their all-star on the field. They're going a 4 wide receiver set. Man in motion, the give to the back, and not a whole lot there. Ball across the 25, 3rd down and long upcoming. Kozad over there talking to Coach Hawkins on the sidelines. It's like, Coach, I need 10 more yards for 100. Let me back in the game. 4 receiver set, 3rd down. We'll call it 11. Here's the pitch. Long way to go on this, and the ball out of bounds. A flag comes in from the back judge, and this one probably going to go backwards. Cedar Falls may want to decline this, holding on Muscatine. It would have been 4th down and about 4. Instead, they're taking the penalty. And they'll spot the ball all the way back to the 17-yard line. The Muskies need to get to the 37. 3rd down and 21, they're calling it, as the clock continues to tick down to 6 and a half minutes left in this ball game. 4 receivers set. Batty yet to throw here the last on this drive. Batty back. He will throw this time. Lets it go over the middle. He's got a man. Henry, can he pull it down? The ball's still up for grabs, and Henry caught it. Henry caught it on the deflection. First down, Muskies. Paul Henry, a little circus act there to make the reception. And the Muskies move the chains on 3rd and 21. They'll stay with the 4 receiver set. Give to the back. And nice 4-yard carry there for Lincoln Brookhart. It appears Ty Kozad's night might be done here with 5.5 minutes to go. Brookhart stays in the game. Second and 6, 2 receivers each direction. Batty gives to Brookhart. Brookhart out to the 50-yard line. Needed 6, he got 3. 3rd down and 3 upcoming. So Brookhart leaves the game. Kozad back out there. Under 5 to play. 3rd and 3. Kozad gets the carry. Kozad stretching and has enough for the first down. 5 yards on the carry for Kozad. Unofficially now 96 yards on the night for Ty Kozad. First down and 10. The Muskies 45 yards away from their first score on the night. A run up the middle for about 5 yards, as that's Dayton Truesdale in the game on the carry. So some different players getting some playing time right now as the Muskies moving the ball down the field to the 40. That's Truesdale still out there. Batty will give to him. Truesdale right back to the line of scrimmage is brought down. And it's now 3rd and 5. A couple new linemen running out on the field now, as Coach Hawkins continues to empty his bench. Henry Gross getting a chance to play now. 3rd and 5. Landed Batty. Continues under center. Movement up front. Got to snap the ball. Referee wanted to throw the flag. He did it. Here's Henry in the slow. No. Had Henry for a minute. They had a free 5 yards and a first down had they just snapped the ball when that defender was in the neutral zone. Did not snap it. He was able to get back, and the referee was reaching for his flag, decided to keep it right there in his pocket. And now it's 4th down and 5. And Landon Batty has left the game. Sawyer Zek comes into the game on 4th down with 2.5 minutes left. Zach gives to, I believe, Brookhart. Brookhart runs for 1 yard. They needed 5. And that will turn the ball over on downs. And the Muscatine, barring something miraculous, not going to score tonight. Interesting time to switch up your quarterbacks, but that's what happened. Forget to stick around for the Hy-Vee post-game show. We'll try to figure out some Bear player of the games for you. Little room to run around the left end, and still on his feet. Oh boy, Shellhorn loses his helmet and now throws the ball in frustration. He's going to have to leave the game. He lost his helmet. Clock down to 1 minute to go. Shellhorn's not leaving the game. Pretty sure he has to. Pretty sure he has to. Now the officials are going to stop it and tell Shellhorn he's got to leave. You got to give it to the young man. He tried to get away with it. As the clock ticks away again, down to 40 seconds left. Give up the middle, right at the nose of the Panther, and not a whole lot of room there. Well, Cedar Falls won't have to run another play if they don't want to. That should be it for the ball game. As the Tigers are going to win this one tonight, 35-0. Muscatine will make that long trip home and flush this one down the toilet and start thinking about homecoming next week. We're thinking about the Hy-Vee postgame show coming up here in a minute. Final score, Tigers beat your Muskies 35-0. All right, I didn't play for the game. I got nothing. We got to give away a player of the game.
You know Rivo as expert plumbers, but did you know Rivo can also be your one source for complete bathroom and kitchen remodels? With professional craftsmen doing the job for more than 30 years, experienced in tile, carpentry, and of course plumbing, Rivo can transform a dreary basement into an elegant bathroom and upgrade a worn-out kitchen using inspirational design and quality brands. Before you stand in line at a big box store, call Rivo Incorporated and see how a hometown professional can refresh and improve your home.
At Hustler
fair,
Turf,
right?
quality matters, especially in the strength and durability of our mowers. So you know your Hustler will stand the test of...
Roland Glenvine back here at the Unidome. We're wrapping up tonight. Welcome into the Hy-Vee post-game show, everyone. Cedar Falls defeats Muscatine 35-0. Checking out your Bear offensive and defensive Muskies of the game. On the defensive side, we're giving it to Cale Lewis tonight. Congrats, Cale Lewis. And offense, I'm going to go with Ty Kozad. Kozad, 96 yards unofficially on the night on 25 carries to lead the way for Muscatine. Well, not a whole lot positive to talk about on this one this evening. I guess nobody got hurt. That's something good. Homecoming is next week. We return home, and an 0-5 opponent, Dubuque Hempstead, awaits. So the schedule starts to take a turn. Things starting to look a little easier on the schedule. No disrespect to any of those teams coming up, but it's been just a murderer's row of teams Muscatine has had to play thus far, and things start to look a little more welcoming when you look at the schedule. Hempstead and Senior the next 2 weeks, Davenport North and Davenport West to round things out. The Muskies lose this one tonight, though, fall to 1-4 on the season. Again, back home next week. We're back on live next week from Community Stadium. Hope to catch you then. Appreciate you watching the replay of this game tonight. Of course, as always, a production of the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. Thanks for all the sponsors for making this possible. I'm Roland Glenvine. Glad you tuned in. We will see you again next week, next Friday night from Community Stadium, when your Muscatine Muskies host Dubuque Hempstead on homecoming. But for now, Once again, your final score, Cedar Falls beats Muscatine 35-0. I'm Roland Glenbine. Have a great night, everybody.